where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo. We in the building,
Yes,
you already know what
yes.
it is. Shout to everybody tuned in, paying attention. We are here, Rally Radio.
Mm-hmm. We in a place to be.
Early. And let me tell you, there's this hum going on that is driving me up the wall. What is that?
Yo, you know what, man? It's just another one of those days where we got to do what we got to do.
Ain't that a fact?
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely,
my
son.
God, what is that? But
I don't know.
shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is, man. We appreciate everybody who's rocking with us. Sorry for the lateness. It's been one of those weeks, this week. But I know y'all see the title up ahead. Law passes Senate for NYC to lower the speed limit
Sheesh.
again.
Ah,
Again.
man.
They're going to do it again.
Boy.
This is what it is. Ain't nothing you can do to get around it, man. Ain't nothing they can do to get around it. This is what they're going to do. And
Nah,
they
it's
already made it
ridiculous.
known.
It's ridiculous, yo. 100%.
They already made it known. Found it. So, with that being said, you already know what it is, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Now, how would y'all feel? Shout to my guy, Corey Bradford, in early. Said, what we talking about today? They talking about lowering the speed limit to 20 miles an hour today.
Sheesh.
20 miles an hour. And for those that don't know what I'm saying, I'm going to just make sure that everybody hears me loud and clear. The speed limit is now 25 miles an hour. 25 miles an hour.
Man.
And now, let's make sure we clear about this. Sammy's Law. Now, Sammy, unfortunately, was a child who lost his life at the age of 12 because of a speeding driver. And this is when they first came up with the ideology that the slower the car go, the safer it'll be for children in the street. I get that because I have children. You know what I mean? At the same time, they went from 35 to 25 and then penalize you for driving over 25 miles an hour with speed cameras, all kind of other speeding tickets and tactics. But now they passed, or supposedly the Sammy's Law has made it past the Senate.
Ooh.
So now it looks like Hochul's going to sign it, and she's going to give New York City the power to control their own speed limit. That is very interesting, to say the least.
Man, it's like do as you will kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, if they have no problem dropping the speed 25 miles to 25 and then penalizing you if you go over that, if you think that 20 is going to be a bargain, you're sadly mistaken. So let's just make sure that we all clear about what's going on in this city, because, you know, that's what Rally Radio does. One, congestion pricing.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
You see Jersey want a piece of that pie.
And they getting it.
Yeah.
And they getting it.
Yeah.
Jersey said, yo, we got to get some of that money. And NYC said, yo, you know what? Why not? Let me. Well, I believe MTA has something to do with that too, because we are the authority. Ultimately, Jersey is going to be paying a chunk of it because a lot of people do come from Jersey to the city. But that just goes to show how much money they think they're going to make.
So it's like, okay, if the people that live in Jersey come through there, we need a piece of that pie then.
Exactly.
Yo, scamdemic,
kid. So now, we also going to talk about speed cameras.
Oh, man.
How much money they're making on speed cameras. They got red light cameras everywhere, right? They lowered the speed limit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they want you to pay for parking.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want you to pay for parking. And for those that don't know, yes, they are trying to get a system together to make sure that you're going to have a parking permit to park in certain areas, because they realize now that they have congestion pricing that people are going to be driving to the closest point that they can get to and then take the train and park their cars in the neighborhoods. No is what they say.
Yeah.
You're going to pay for parking too.
Damn, son.
Mind you, it's crazy downstairs. When you go downstairs in the subway, and you know all I hear when I go down in there, man.
What's that?
I go down there, all I hear is street fight. I go down there, I hear Ryan's, I hear Ryu's music from Japan, like dum 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 dum. You better be ready to throw your hands.
Yo, I seen. It's funny you say that, right? So I'm looking at something, and this guy was like, I guess he put up a little clip of like NYC subways, right?
Right.
And you had this guy on a train, like flinching at people, but with his hands though.
Wow.
Yeah, like some sort of like
old school punk-ish.
Yeah, something like had like it was like this, like, you know, he was an older, like I guess he was a little homeless or whatever. And he was on the train just wilding.
Yo, wilding. And nobody stopping him. Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom. What's good? Sorry for the late start. We apologize. But it looks like the law passes Senate for NYC to lower the speed limit. Y'all gotta be worried about that.
Yo.
I'm telling you, I get on the train sometime and I just stand back and watch. And the thing is, right, you got to keep in mind, right, that it's not necessarily the police just standing idly by. It's just the laws that's preventing them from doing what they need to do.
Which is odd, though. Like, why would you ever feel like that's right to put that in place like that? Like,
yo, son,
it's like they almost want the New Yorkers to get hurt.
Who would that be? They won't let you have a gun.
Nah.
They said, nah, you can't have a gun.
It seems like they want the law-abiding citizens,
right,
to be out here.
And you lunch meat.
Yeah, that's it. You fool.
You fool.
Definitely, if you're not eating your Wheaties, if you're not taking 5 extra minutes in the morning to stretch before you get out that bed,
you in trouble.
You in trouble, son. 100%.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if you take the New York City transit system, shout to all my New York City transit workers that make that place work. Because I'm telling you, if you take the train in the morning, your mornings look like Clubber Lang on the double dip from Rocky 3. You doing pull-ups on ropes, push-ups, you throwing medicine balls at the wall because, boy, that was disgusting. But it's true because it's crazy outside. Be careful.
Nah, it's serious, man, and it's terrible. Not for nothing, it really is, though. It's like, when is this gonna stop?
Oh, it's not.
It's like the real thing is, though, it's like, what do we do about it? Because if it's up to them, it's not. No. They're gonna keep going. It's strong. The strong arm is here. If y'all can't tell,
strong arm is in the building. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. We appreciate y'all. But go ahead.
It's crazy, man. Like I said, man, it's like, what are we gonna do? Because there's no more. What are they gonna do? It's past what they gonna do. We seen what they gonna do.
I don't know.
It's like, what we gonna do about it?
I feel like at the end of the day, they want to see what you're gonna do.
I think
like
so too.
This dude flinching at people like that. What you gonna do? It's like that right now, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Y'all know what this is. Automotive radio show / podcast, Rally Radio. You know what to find us Saturdays, 12 noon. We apologize for the late start, but we are here. It's going to be very interesting today. We got a lot of automotive topics we want to talk about. Looks like a lot of self-driving cars are out there killing people, and they trying to hide it.
Oh, man.
I said it. It is what it is. If you have a Ford Blue Cruise, be careful. Be careful.
No, that's the system.
Yeah. If you have that system in your car, be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You might as well just rip out the modules, throw the button in the garbage, because it ain't good. Not even close.
Not even close. And it's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating it right now.
Yeah. Because
it's been that bad.
You know what's wild? This ain't the first instance, though.
No.
It was like 3 other fatal joints.
Fatal.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we all know, right? We all drive cars. Like, we all think about a fatal accident. How many times you had a fender bender?
We all don't drive. We all drive cars.
Boy, I didn't say that. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. I ain't say that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I will say, however, shout to Erica Marie. Shout to everybody who's tuned in paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. You already know what it is, man. We appreciate y'all. Oh, man, y'all don't want to hear that. That sounds crazy. But shout to everybody, man. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's crazy out there. You step out there on the subway, kid, be prepared to defend yourself. It's no lie.
Nah, seriously, though.
It's no lie. How they say that's no cap.
No cap. Let's go.
No cap. It's out there, man. So it makes you think if they turning up the speed limit and they charging you all of this money and they want you to take the train, the least they can do is make it safer.
Or when you step down, they hand you a complimentary like pepper spray, brass knuckles, something, something to get your mind right.
Complimentary.
Like, like here, yo, hold on, y'all. We know y'all about to, take this or something.
Like, sir, you're gonna need more than that.
Exactly. Like, come on, or give out free push-up classes or something. Like, I don't know, try to help people out because you're right. They pushing us more and more to take this. How they say it? Public transportation.
Yeah, and it's gonna get crazy. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We got so much more for you today. Like I said, we got the Ford Blue Cruise. It's gonna be interesting because it looks like you said, they putting people down, man. And that's scary enough as it is. But
and you know what's funny though? Before you continue, it's like they pushing you out of the V's so you can absolutely use more public transportation.
Yes.
Right? So they forcing you to do that, knowing it's not a good idea. But it's all about the money at the end of the day. We know that.
Yep.
And people are actually gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna drive.
And not for nothing.
They're gonna give it a shot. They're gonna give it a shot, knowing the level of risk.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And not only that, Cybertruck has a recall.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Man, you talking about the fiasco?
The fiasco.
Yeah. How much is that truck again? Oh, appliance,
or refrigerator on wheels, because that's all it is, y'all. It is horrible.
It reminds me like this little wagon I got in my backyard.
Boy, that was crazy. I know y'all heard with the that was crazy,
chill.
Man. So we just gonna move on because that was wild. He said this little I ain't even gonna repeat it. This wagon I got in my backyard. Hey, yo.
Nah, I'm saying that because it's like, it's just square with 4 wheels on it. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those.
Just like on a roll. He's on a roll today. All right. Well,
let's go.
It's all good though. We are in the building. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. We about to jump right in. How was but before we jump in, how was your week? I got something I want to talk about. Go ahead, man. How was your week?
My week wasn't too bad, dealing with all the potholes, the red light cameras.
What?
Speed cameras. People not knowing how to drive. The regular week. The regular, high intense week of driving.
Yeah.
One of those.
Unfortunately, I know
what I'm saying. Tons of crashes that happened on Friday, apparently, for some odd reason. And I like to believe when Friday rolls around, I try to enjoy every day, right?
Right.
But when Friday rolls around, it normally feels like a different day, right? Cool. Maybe because I leave early in the morning, maybe.
Okay.
But this time in particular, I had to take the little chillins with me, had to drop them off so they get ready for school.
Right.
And I left at an odd time.
Okay.
And it made me realize this is just another day. I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was very, very disappointed because I'm like, yo, man, it's Friday, Monday, I like to call it, but it's supposed to be a little different. Everybody crashing up on the LIE, the Cross Island, the Northern State. They can't help themselves.
They can't help themselves.
And then earlier in the week, this tractor trailer was on fire, just burning down, going eastbound, and people going west or just looking. I'm thinking people getting out. Nah, it's just a staring contest.
That is hilarious. They just looking at everything that's going on.
They doing everything but driving.
Let me tell you something, man.
So that was my week.
You think your week was interesting? I had a very interesting week in general. But for the most part, I got a chance to see people's mentality, and I'll leave it at that. And it was just a very interesting ordeal, to say the least. However, I walked away unscathed.
Yeah.
Which which I knew I was, but it's just hilarious how people are, man. I'm telling you right now. Listen, for what it's worth, man. For what it's worth, I appreciate everybody that tune in with us on Saturdays and rocks with us.
100%.
I'm gonna tell you, every now and then you get an overzealous son. You like,
Yeah.
it's gonna sound crazy out here, but not that there's anybody to listen to us, but just to put y'all on. It's a very interesting week. But with that being said, we are here. We are in the building, man. And you already know.
Factory.
We're gonna jump right into the show because we was already late. So with that being said,
I gotta ask you before we move on. What did you so happen to see like a ill wild call this week? Like you see anything in particular that you feel like you need to let the people know what you've seen?
So you know what is I actually seen I saw a Lotus East Spirit and it's junked up, believe it or not, yellow.
Wow.
Yellow, yes. Sitting in front of a closed auto shop behind a dumpster.
Wow.
Like they put the dumpster in front of the car. Obviously, the car it obviously doesn't move. But I'm gonna take I took a picture of it. I'm gonna post it. But to see a unicorn like that, yellow too. Like you don't see when you think yellow car, what's the first thing coming to your mind? Porsche, Corvette,
Supra.
Ferrari. Oh my god. But
Type R.
A Lotus East Spirit?
Yeah, that's reckless.
You don't see that at all.
Nah.
The last time I seen this car was in Pretty Woman.
Damn.
That movie Pretty Woman with Richard Gere and I mean that was a long time ago. You know what I mean? You don't really see those in America.
Nah, not at all. I never actually seen one, let alone rolling.
Let me tell you, kid, it's a beautiful automobile, man. I'm telling you. And not for nothing, maybe want to slip a piece of paper that says, I can't afford this, but I'd love to know the price. Yo, you know when you go to the dealership and you walk around like, yo, how much for that Porsche? You be like, word?
Yeah.
Not bad, yo. No, you can't afford that.
Yo, he's stupid.
Shout to my guy Curtis in the building. We got our sound effects back.
Yo,
shout to
great.
Erica Marie tuning in.
Let's go.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom. Shout to my guy Corey Bradford. Everybody tuning in early.
Yeah, that's funny because I do that all the time. So that's really funny.
Yo, you go over there, you be like, yo, how much? Yo, this Porsche is crazy. They be like, yeah, man, 911 turbo, one of the last manual. How much? They be like 149. You be like, swerve. Good price.
You stupid.
You be selling it.
That's a fact.
You be selling it, but you know you can't afford it, man.
It's funny, huh?
That's why some of the memes, they be like, yo, you at the Porsche dealership with $5.25 in your pocket. What you looking at over there? You can't even afford a lug nut, but it is what it is, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You seen a car this week where you was impressed? Like, what happened?
So what did I see? So I had the luxury of seeing this Audi R8, right? It was like a 2016. Pretty sure it was auto, right?
Damn.
Yo, white one. Yo, he went past. Yeah, I had to adjust that. He went past. Yeah,
good. He went past.
So he went past. He had to be doing like, north of like 95. And you heard him. You heard him on the throttle though.
Okay, he's wilding.
Like you hear him on the throttle. You hear the V10 doing what V10s do. I was like, yo, not bad, son. Not bad.
But how often is it that you get a chance to see that? And that's another thing.
I don't know, son. I don't really run into. Don't get me wrong. On my way home, I run into a lot of cars, but R8 store, not one of them. Not one of them. When you start seeing those kind of exotic cars, you like, it's kind of neat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, you won't be seeing them in NYC, and we're going to be talking about that today because this is going down. Speed limit is now going to be 20 miles an hour. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate you. Wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you. Don't forget, drop your name, drop a comment so we can shout you out. So with that being said,
yes, sir.
We're going to jump right into this thing, and here
we
go. Now, if you tuned in last week, you definitely saw some things. Give them a little recap, kid, what they saw, man, what they heard.
Man, if y'all tuned in last week, and if you didn't, shame on you, but check this out. We had a little, debate about this.
Yes.
Ford is giving a discount to its rival muscle car drivers. Yeah,
There was no debate there. That was correct.
No, it was a debate. Yeah, y'all probably itching like, yo, that's how you talking about. Yeah, it was $1,000 rebate off a car that's 50. So
But
let
wait.
me know if that makes sense to you.
Wait a minute. This guy right here was like, yo, I'll just take gas for the month.
I
I'm
take
like,
a fuel car. Yes.
kid, you're not going to burn $1,000 of gas in a month.
Son.
Not even a race car driver does it. Speaking of race car driver, you see that video of Hamilton in Tokyo?
Yeah, in the R34.
This guy, man, he's like,
yeah, son.
He's doing stuff that dreams are made of. But continue on. What else did we talk about last week? Because I'm gonna tell you, that wasn't a debate. That was fact versus fiction, sir.
Man, you know what's funny? Because I read that by a couple people at the job. They was like, "Yo, there's no way I'm taking $1,000 for the car's 50. What is it? What is a rack off the car?
A rack off the car. What you want them to give you the car?
You might, mine's well. Listen,
he's not serious.
Listen, here's another thing.
He's not serious.
Hamilton also was shifting at R34 too, so that was pretty hot. But anyway, right?
And he was playing the old school food niggas joint. I'm a true. I am a true. I was in there like, yo, Hamilton just do what he want to do. Continue.
I mean, he is knighted though. He is knighted.
Sir Hamilton.
Yeah,
right?
Sir
Early.
Hammy.
Let's go.
The factory, right? Another interesting one from last week though. McDonald's in Japan is giving away GR Corolla mini cars.
That right.
The swindle, because that's for the tourists. Because nobody there eats that, so they trying to get us. Pay attention.
Don't believe the hype, man. They eat that stuff. Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, right. No, they might though, but it's really targeted to the tourists though. It's really targeted. I really feel like that.
Meaning me. Yeah.
He said meaning.
I was looking for one on eBay the other day.
Yo, that's funny.
It is what it is.
That's jokes.
But with that being said, you already know what it is, man. There's so much more going on. And we're going to jump right into this city speed limit, because this right here is the big chunk of why we are here today. And let's get right into it. So with that being said, here we go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, you already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And we are in the building, man, talking about the NYC speed limit for 20 miles an hour. Now, if y'all remember, we talked about this early on in some of our shows, and we let y'all know that it's going down.
Yeah, we really did. So we was like, yo, they're going to make it 20 soon. People was looking at us like, this what y'all talking about? Yep. Wait and see.
But you know what? Now there's no more wait time. Now you about to see. And let's talk about it a little bit. And this is one of the reasons why I say at the end of the day, you got to watch who you putting in office.
Yo, but hold on, right? You got to watch who you put in office. But what happens when they got the smoke and mirrors? What happened when they throw the cloak over your eyes? What happens when they what happens when they hit you with the pie move in the face and you can't see no more? What do you do?
Can't see. They put the wool over your eyes.
Yeah, what happens?
At the end of the day, you got to trust your Jedi mind.
Okay, but what if the Jedi mind is foggy? I mean, everything else they selling you.
At the end of the day, they proof is always in the pudding, man. Trust me. There's not one politician I've seen change colors when they get in there. Not one. And when I say change colors, I mean when they get in office, they revert back to what they were before. And when you think about who is our mayor right now, he was Brooklyn Borough president. He had the same feathers. Ain't nothing changed. At the end of the day, he never really had a plan. He just wanted to get what he wanted to get. He wanted to get in office to get a little bit more of that paper. And now you're about to see.
It's crazy.
This is really gonna, and the reason, shout to my guy Kurt, he said that's what all politicians do. That's a fact. But I will say this.
Yeah, hold on, don't lose your train of thought.
Go ahead.
We don't hold their feet to the fire.
No, we don't.
We don't do it.
No, we don't.
We get them in there for whatever reason, and we let them go. We let them go haywire, and then we looking at each other like, yo,
what we going?
What we gonna do? Like, come on, y'all. Go on, no kid.
Go on. With that being said, we're gonna jump right into this. So it looks like you could soon see speed limits as low as 20 miles an hour, even 10 miles an hour in certain areas in New York City streets. We just gonna get into it. Only a small number of streets will be reduced to 10 miles an hour in NYC, but it is coming.
Right before the summer.
Right before the summer.
Ooh.
Right before the summer.
For that.
And in most places, it's gonna be reduced to 20 miles an hour. And as long as the street has 3 lanes, it will be 25 miles an hour. You gotta be kidding me. Shout to my guy, Anthony Green is in the building. That's my guy, man. Shout to Anthony Green. He's in the building early, but y'all can see where we going with this. So 10 miles an hour. I'm gonna be honest here. And you know what? We're gonna be straight up and down honest.
Let's go.
As far as them doing this for cars is crazy. Shout to my guy Seneca. He's in the
Let's
building
go, Seneca.
too early. Let's go. For them doing this for cars is one thing. But now you might as well just get an electric scooter with no plates and go for yours.
But that's still, those things still get up over 20 though.
Of course they do, but you don't see them regulating them, do you?
Nah, not at all. They don't even tell them to put a helmet on.
They don't even tell them they don't even gotta have insurance. They like, oh, it's illegal if they're riding around without plates. Yeah, I seen 17 of them before I came in here today. How illegal is that?
Yo, you right though. For them to do this for the cars is ridiculous. However, though, they talking about dropping the speed limit by 5 more miles an hour, right?
Not 5, bro. Some of these places talking about 10 mile an hour speed limit. I will say it again. I will say it again because we're gonna have a lot of conversation.
Son, that's so cruel.
Son, I could moonwalk faster than that.
Son, that's crazy, son.
I could moonwalk faster than 10 miles an hour, man.
Yo, my cat with one eye can move faster than
That's
that.
hilarious. I'm through with you because you said a cat with one eye. But you got to start looking at this. Is crazy.
But however, they saying they got data that dropping the speed limit by 5 miles an hour, a pedestrian is more likely to survive.
Son, he shouldn't be in it. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself because
Me, for one, once I see, a relatively large object of over, 2 tons, I gotta get out the way. That's just me.
that's what I'm saying. Shout to Dr. Phil. He's in the building early.
Let's go.
Shout to Dr. Phil. He said this must be a new walking initiative.
Dr. Phil, stupid.
Pokemon ain't make it happen.
Let's go.
This me. I'll be moonwalking to work.
But yo, speaking of work, since they doing all this, they need to adjust them times and they need to adjust them schedules. Because how we getting there like this?
Yo, but that's the hold up, man. Shout to my guy
Son.
Dave, who's in the building early. Shout to my guy Dave. Don't forget,
Let's
check
go.
out his show.
Yeah.
Mondays, 4:30 to
Mhm.
6:30.
Mhm.
First stop to the next stop. I will say this, right? Now, 10 miles an hour, right? They putting you on the subway. They put you on the subway.
Snap.
Think about it.
Well,
Tell
sorry,
me.
get on the subway then. Ooh.
Yo, this is what I'm saying, son. They putting you on
Damn.
the subway.
So what
bro.
that mean for the buses then?
What it mean for the buses? What it mean for you? Street Fighter, put your hands up. You better get to it. Because it's happening. You better be ready to put your hands up because the subways is crazy. Shout out to my guy Seneca. He said they're more likely to survive if they put the cell phone down while crossing the street.
Sheesh.
I know that was mean. That was not mean at all. That was
Let's
actually
go.
on point.
It was.
Shout out to my guy. Can we get another chime for that?
Yo, he's 100% right. Because now what happens is you give the pedestrians more of a leeway
Come on
to do what they want to do.
This is what I'm saying. Shout to my guy on the
son.
photography tune.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So the FAA Foundation, right, for traffic safety, found that in the past 10 years, right?
Yes.
Past 10 years, the risk of getting hit by a car at 23 miles an hour has went down by them dropping the speed limit.
Because if I'm doing 23 miles an hour, I said, forget it. I don't want to drive. How? And see, this is what I mean about the city and the people who you vote in.
Man,
I need y'all to pay real attention when I say this.
literally though.
This has not changed from the mayor that was before him. They all had the same plans. They are peeling your money away from your pockets, whether you like it or not. A lot of people choose to drive their own cars. They choose to ride in Ubers because they could not deal with being close to that many people and safety, mind you. So they said, we're just going to find another way. So what they do, they actually, they approved congestion pricing. And we're talking at a time where interest rates is the highest they've ever been.
Factory.
Inflation is the highest it's ever been.
Absolutely.
There is no housing, right? And they like, yo, you know what? On top of that, the prices of cars have went up.
Factory.
The prices of car loans have went up. And after all of that, they're going to turn around and tell you, yo, We're gonna drop the speed limit even lower. I was watching there's this show that I watch on YouTube. Her name is Christy Fantastic.
Okay, yeah, fantastic.
And she said, shout out to all of them people in NYC who actually still live there, regardless of how much it costs.
Damn, son.
Because if you're trying to tell me that this is a necessary thing, I'm not buying it. Shout out to my guy Anthony Green. He said, why is the pedestrian in the street like that? Shaking my head. If they cross at the green and not in between, less people getting hit, and people need to stop walking with earbuds and headphones. That's a fact.
But you know what though? It's real though. Like the way they treating us here though, it's like, why are we still here? It's like we know it's wild, right? But we just can't escape it. And on top of that, right, we got a lot of moral decay going on too. Like principles is out the window, values is out the window. You know, everything's slowly eroding. Like it's bad, and we not paying attention to it.
And let's just make sure that we clear about what we talking about.
Factory, let them know.
NYC will now have the authority to lower the speed limit to 20 miles per hour on most streets in the 5 boroughs as part of the emerging state budget deal in Albany. State leaders said Thursday. So let's understand what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
They took this law and they tied it into the budget. So if the budget doesn't pass, this doesn't pass. And that is why they're doing it. They're like, oh, we slide it in there on top of that. Kathy Hochul, during a news conference, acknowledged a version of Sammy's law made it into the final budget agreement. The measure will allow the city council to pass legislation that lowers the current default speed limit from 25 miles to 20 on almost all New York City streets. And the thing about it is, like I said before, they get to choose where it happens at.
Of course. So
you could come through one day, speed limit's 25. Listen, we having a gridlock alert. It's 10 miles an hour today, and you got a ticket. You got a ticket. Shout to my guy Miller Tom. He's in the building early. Yeah. I just want people to keep that in mind. Check this out. Assembly member Linda Rosenthal, who sponsors the bill along with Senator Brad Hollyman Siegel, confirmed the measure is set for passage as part of the budget. But lawmakers said the change wouldn't apply to some of the city's busiest streets. Rosenthal said the deal would not allow the city to lower the speed limit on roads with 3 or more lanes of traffic headed in one direction. I gotta stop the music. How many 3-lane streets do you know? I just gotta ask.
It's very few and far between.
I don't know any. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. The most we see is 2. The most you could go up Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
If that's what they're talking about, that's probably the closest I've seen to 3 lanes.
What about Queens Boulevard?
Queens Boulevard, but that's already known as the Boulevard of Death, right? That's where they first started all of the speed limit fiasco and all of that, man. Dropping the speed limit, putting cameras there.
You're right, though, man. And plus, if they get to pick and choose, which they always do, it's gonna be bad. And then they can adjust it whenever they desire to.
Telling you.
So what do? We have to stop them. There's no more, we just gonna wait, we just gonna wait and see how much worse it can get.
Shout to Kurt. He said that's the city council vote, not the mayor. Same thing with the bail reform and control of the schools. However, the mayor has already came out and said, I've been fighting for this law for years and I want it. So if they give him the power, he's gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Let's not act like he's not in on this. Let's not act like that city council. He may not be getting along with them, but when it comes to something that, of course, they're gonna rock with it.
Man, they always in cahoots. Don't let them fool you neither. They always down for the get down. Absolutely. If it's for the shakedown of the people, they going.
The shakedown.
They going.
They want your money.
So you know what I was thinking about?
Give me your fucking money.
How you got two to three different teams against the same team?
Telling you.
That's ridiculous to me. Like how y'all?
He want to raise your taxes. This is but they gonna turn around and vote for him.
Of course. I'm telling you, yo.
Boy.
We got to figure out what we got to do because we leave it up to them. It's finished.
You be butt naked, broke, and working for free.
Yo, in that order, though. In that order.
Like you ain't got no cash in your pockets? I ain't got pockets. Butt naked. This is what it is.
Yo, we may be laughing here right now, but it's serious though.
I say I might crack a smile, but ain't a damn thing funny. That's a fact.
Son.
They're not playing with things. I'm telling you, son. Shout to Miller Time NYC. He said not a one. That's what I'm saying, man. We got to start seeing these things, and we got so much more we're gonna talk about here too, because it looks like we got a lot of things going on. It's a lot of things going on in the streets. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is now involved in the Tesla Cybertruck's stuck throttle. Now, y'all got to put the camera on me for this one because I enjoy when we're right.
Son, the fiasco with that throttle, with what accelerator pedal, excuse me.
Yes. So, accelerator pedal, yes. So, with that being said, the Cybertruck, we all seen the Cybertruck. I hate it. It looks like a shout to Ace One. He said it looked like a polygon with wheels. I was on the floor. A polygon, multi-side shape.
But you know what kills me the most? It's like the level of betrayal to the automotive culture to feel like you could just drop this head and we supposed to be cool with that.
But check it out. Cats jumped on it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, what are y'all?
Cats jumped on it.
What are y'all doing?
It's hilarious. But check this out. Now the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is now involved in the Tesla Cybertruck stuck throttle fiasco. So let's get into this a little bit. So what happened was an owner of a Tesla Cybertruck showed that the pedal, the accelerator pedal, the cover comes off and gets stuck and gets the accelerator stuck to where it's fully depressed. And now,
good luck.
And now he put that video up on social media. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration jumped right on it, and now they have a Tesla Cybertruck recall again. This is the second recall, mind you.
It's okay that he's gonna spin them like he always do.
And then when the cover come up, it looked like it's wood under there. It looked like the accelerator is made out of wood. I swear on everything I love, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah. It looked like the accelerator is made out of wood, but now they have the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has recalled all 3,900 Cybertrucks that have been sold to have their throttle or accelerator pedals fixed. The video shows the accelerator's trapezoidal cover had come loose, wedging the pedal in an open throttle position. The owner who filmed it said he was able to safely stop the vehicle and remove the loose part, but it demonstrated the Cybertruck's potential for unintentional acceleration, which is made all the more alarming by the EV's extreme attributes. This is hilarious. Shout to Anthony Green. He said, I see this last week about the gas pedal, but when the brake is applied, the truck still stopped. I mean, listen. Have you ever hit the gas and the brake in your car at the same time? Of course, it'll stop and it'll go at the same. You'll be fine.
That's something you actually don't even want to do. But
no, but at the same time, if you do it, right, you're in trouble. Imagine if the accelerator gets stuck when you don't want it to. You on the accelerator, you come into a red light, and then you go to take your foot off the throttle and put it on the brake, and this thing is still throttling.
Oh man,
your stomach hurt. Stomach hurt. There you go, right there. Right there, kid. Right in the seat. Right in that vegan leather.
He's right in a vegan leather. Yo,
but that's why I say is listen. Whoa. It's dangerous. These things are, but like I said, this is why I rally radio, because we tell the truth here. We're not sitting here putting up pictures of them rimmed out, sitting on the floor, and everybody's in love with it. No, we're gonna tell the truth. Now you got to start thinking about that rapper that lost control of it and crashed into the hotel
and tried to blame the valet. Excuse me?
His throttle might have got stuck. This is what I'm saying. But we making this up.
Telling you, man. But you know the crazy part is though, we could talk about this till we blue in the face, and people still, but you know what? That Cybertruck is hot, or any one of those, Teslas is good.
Come on. Shout to my guy Green City. The phone. We have an issue in here with the wiring, and the phone is out.
Factory.
The phone is out. I apologize. But any comment, I swear, if you drop it in there, we're gonna read it out loud. But I apologize. The phone is out. We tried to figure out what was going on with it. It's something with the wiring in the building. But I will say this though, right?
Yeah.
It's going down. This is why I say the Cybertruck. Look, we all was like, oh, it's trash. We already know. We knew this, right? But like I said, you got a rapper out there who lost control of one and crashed it into the side of a hotel.
Yeah.
You listen. If his lawyer was worth his salt, there you go, right there.
Absolutely.
The accelerator got stuck. There's a recall for this.
Now, how it goes? If it happens enough times, that's when they shoot out to be a recall. We don't even know if this is even a full recall.
No, it's full.
No, he spins this. He makes it like an over-the-air update kind of deal. He probably could update it.
Oh, nah, not with this video.
Why?
They said when the government saw this video, they was like, immediately. This happened last week. This week is a recall. And because they couldn't front, he took his cell phone and put the right on the throttle and was like, look, slide. I said, oh God. If you see the video, crazy. So just keep that in mind, man. Just when you thought Tesla had everything else going for them, and they really don't, the market is crashing. 47,000 EVs stuck on the lots.
It's crazy.
Nobody want them joints, bro.
Nah, man, they don't though. But they're gonna keep fooling themselves, and they're gonna keep falling for the rebates. You know what I'm saying? The amazing tax breaks.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep copping.
Yo, do you remember? Okay, so it's funny, right?
Okay.
Shout out to my guy Miller Tom. Shout out to Miller Tom NYC. He said, due to the nature of the topics, the lines are down, followed by the internet. Because they're gonna get mad at us in a minute.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we talked about Tesla making a smaller car that while you're sleeping, that Tesla could be driving around making you money as a robo-taxi? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So they supposedly had that really in the works, and they just canceled it the other day, dropped their stock all the way down to about $50, $60. Right now, their stock is at 147. When it's split at 125. So, like I said, man, shout to my guy, Mr. 2J. He's in the building, aka my guy Jay.
Let's go. But people still gonna go for it. They're gonna go for the bait because you know why? It's supposedly new tech, but it's not. But people gonna go. It's the new hottest thing.
I don't know. And we're not even gonna talk about this other little tidbit of news about Teslas that the owners are complaining that in full self-driving mode, it keeps driving their cars into the curb.
Yo, son, how is it voluntarily driving into the curb?
Yeah, but how do you want a car like that?
But that's when I've been spending weeks upon months in my room in the house trying to understand why do people do this. Like I be trying to put it together. Like, why own something like that? Why even risk that?
Why even risk it? Why risk it?
So is it one of those cases where you're the first one with it?
Nah, not at all. Check it out. Last month, Tesla gave away a free 1-month trial of FSD software. I swear when I say that, I feel like you're saying something else, but it's full self-driving. But in the meantime, right, to all the Tesla owners with vehicles equipped with the hardware necessary to use it, many Tesla drivers paid $12,000 up front for the option, while many others pay $200 a month subscriptions fees to access the programming. It would even seem that many of these free subscription users finding damage to their cars after using FSD and running in the curbs are having less than satisfactory experience and are unlikely to pay for the service after their trial ends. Shout to my guy Seneca. He said, I hate Tesla rims. Can we give him a and shout to Dar Spalding who's in the building early. Go. I will say this. I don't like nothing about a Tesla.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. One thing I do so happen to like is that it's finally showing its real colors.
I hear that.
About times, huh?
It's showing what it really is made of.
Come on, and it's like, and I just hope, all you could do is just be like, yo, I hope people really realize this is not the way. Like how much it's not ready, how much we're not ready.
And you know what I'm
saying?
We're not ready for a lot. Shout to Facebook. He said FSD is right. Call it what you want. We know what it is.
Yeah, it's a fact.
This sound crazy. FSD. That sound like we beefing. Yo, FSD, son. Wow. That sounds crazy. It does. It sounds crazy. But in the meantime, there's a lot of other things going on out here that a lot of people are not paying attention to. And you know what that is, too? It looks like the Chevy Blue Cruise is also, not Chevy, Ford Blue Cruise, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Have Chevy, just thinking about Chevy, but the Blue Cruise is also being investigated by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Yeah, because they out there plinking too with this self-driving ordeal.
But theirs is a little different. And this one is on the Mach E because the Blue Cruise, it looks like it's already been involved in a lot of fatal accidents already, about 3.
Yeah, mind you, fatal.
Fatal, meaning people have lost their lives.
Yeah, son, absolutely, 100%.
And you know it's crazy when you look for it, you know they already get rid of it. But you know how we do. Rally Radio already had it up for you. So the National Traffic Safety Board is investigating an incident involving a Ford hands-free driver assist system after a Mustang Mach-E driver crashed into another vehicle in Texas, killing the occupant. A second fatal crash involving a Mach-E took place in Philadelphia. Although it's not known whether the driver assist system played a role. Both crashes involved Mach-E's crashing into stationary vehicles. The first incident took place at 9:50 on February 24th outside of San Antonio, Texas. According to a preliminary report, the 44-year-old driver of the Mustang Mach-E was traveling eastbound on Interstate 10 when he rear-ended a stationary Honda CR-V. The 56-year-old Honda driver was killed in the crash. Based on the data obtained from the vehicle, the driver had been operating the vehicle in Blue Cruise mode before the crash. NTSB states. Blue Cruise is Ford's hands-free driver assist system in which the vehicle uses cameras and sensors to control the steering, acceleration, and braking on certain mapped highways. But it looks like a lot of other drivers had a lot of problems out of it. So with that being said, what is your thoughts? As far as, obviously it shows nothing changes, but continue.
You know what kills me the most? Again, it goes back to the question, man. Why would you want something like that? Why do you want to do anything else other than pay attention and drive? When you're on the road, why do you want to do anything else? That's confusing me. Another thing, right? Ford is competing with they competing with the Red Baron, bro. Yo, what are they doing?
Because he bails out.
And another problem is like these things are really they're finishing you. So you get hit with one of these, you're done.
Yes.
And that's what happened to each occupant of the vehicles.
Yes.
That got, that got struck by this.
They got hurt. They got killed.
They get killed behind it. I just don't see the the logic behind it. Like
I don't see the draw.
What's the law though, right? Like what is it like? What makes you go to, you know what? I'm gonna go get that right there with that Blue Cruise in it
and call it a day. Shout to my guy Draco. He's in the building early.
It just goes to show like how people care so much little for your life, their own life. It's like, because again, what is the draw to them?
We said it before here on Rally Radio, and we'll say it again. Innovation over safety.
Yo, and we say that and we really mean it because it's so real, because they get us to partake in the experiment.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Voluntarily too.
Voluntarily.
And it's like, are we not? I remember it was a time when people always talk about how, or even still now, how motorcycles is this, motorcycles is that, whatever. Now what?
They want to make electric motorcycles.
They want to, they do. I seen one other night.
Oh, I'm sorry, we gotta stop the music because there's only one person. What'd you say?
Brother, what's that?
Where'd you see that?
What's that, brother?
Harley has one.
Really?
Yes, they do.
That's ridiculous. Shame on Harley.
Shame on Harley.
And another thing that's wild about this, they talk about how there's a potential risk in the safety assist. This ain't a potential risk no more. This happens. This is getting bad.
And this is nothing. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of things. Shout to Drake. He said Thailand was dope. It's a family show. Remind me to tell you about the ping pong show.
I'm telling you, I
guess I can see where that one's going, Draco.
And another thing that's crazy, right? They claim like in nighttime, it's harder for you're gonna laugh. It's harder for the system to see.
Yeah.
Is that a joke? No,
they're not joking. They're not joking. And the thing is, right, what people are failing to realize is we already know that these things they operate by the lines in the road and cameras and sensors. But how many times have you been driving and you really trust the United States infrastructure to have lines the whole way?
And that's another thing, the level of faith.
You know what that reminds me of? You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Wile E. Coyote chasing the Roadrunner.
Yo, he paint the
and
walls.
then they paint the world into the wall and bow. They run right into the wall. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yo, I can't breathe, son. Yo,
you know how he paints the street into the wall.
yo, and it works every time.
The Roadrunner run right by it, and here go Wile E. Bow. Like, how you? I'm telling you, son, we need help out here, man. At the end of the day, we just got to keep it in mind that they don't have your safe. Listen, until they get this thing under control, they shouldn't be selling it. Just to be honest.
No, you know what it is though. It's like what you said. It's like if you did any previous driving in the last 30, 40, 50 years, I could keep going, right? And like you said, you look at the infrastructure. How do you sit there and be like, I'm gonna go buy that and I'm gonna let it drive?
I'm gonna rock with that. Like,
how do you if you was slightly present in the last 60 years and you feel like, yeah, you know what, y'all, that's a good one.
I'm good. I'm gonna rock with it.
I think it's more so also gotta probably kind of do with stocks too. You know what I'm saying? People maybe want to buy the product first,
yes,
or whatever, and then make a decision or whatever. But what I'm saying is, it's like there's no way that I'm gonna sit there and be like, you know what, that's a good one to buy.
I will say this. I'm not copping it.
It's crazy.
Period. I'd rather walk. I'd rather do that 10-mile-an-hour speed limit thing, moonwalking backwards, before I jump into an electric car. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But you know what else is ridiculous out here, kid?
What's that?
We got a clout chaser who allegedly ran from the cops for clicks, and he has been arrested. This is actually interesting. And for those that have been paying attention, there has been a Chevy Corvette.
Seemed like we got the understay a little early.
Well, you know,
it's the understatement.
Maybe 1 or 2 a show sometimes.
We like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
So this is actually interesting. They've had a flame spitting 2018 C7 Chevy Corvette Z06, and we've all seen it all the way blacked out. He actually showed up on another podcast where he's actually sitting there doing the interview, and he has been running away from police for at least the past couple months. Now, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to advocate for it, but you know what you already told you what it is. It looks like he has been caught, and you know they are going to make a whole example out of this guy. So with the social media handle, the stolen Z06, and the sign that reads "will run" in the place of a real license plate, it surprised me. It surprised me that the man alleged behind the handle and behind the wheel of the flame spitting 2018 C7 Chevy Corvette Z06 has been arrested. Carlos Clark was arrested late last month in Charlotte, North Carolina, after intentionally hitting a police vehicle and fleeing. The videos of the stolen Z06 social media accounts across Instagram and TikTok have amassed over 20 million views and include videos of the Z06 speeding through traffic, driving on the shoulder to dodge traffic, running from traffic stops, and fleeing in highway pursuits. While the Z06 wasn't actually stolen, Clark was exactly playing by the rule. He wasn't exactly playing by the rules. Yeah. Arrest records show Clark was arrested on March 28th on a litany of felony and misdemeanor charges, including eluding arrest with a motor vehicle. This guy was wilding.
Yeah, over the top.
And if y'all get a chance, y'all got to check him out. Shout to my guy, Draco. He said they lower the speed limit so you don't complain about the whack congestion they will generate. And shout to my guy, Aaron Raw, who's in the building.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy, Aaron Raw. Shout to everybody who's tuned in paying attention. Don't forget, drop a like, drop a comment so we can shout you out. So, have you ever seen any of these videos?
No, I actually haven't.
Oh, man.
Yeah?
Yes. I've seen some of the videos, and not for nothing, he is bouncing on the police. And it's gotten to the point where other YouTube channels have actually reposted his videos and actually done commentary, which I think is silly because you're going to sit there and commentate on watching this guy run from police. And this is the kind of stuff that prompts lower speed limits, more police and stuff. Because what if he runs over somebody in the street?
You're very accurate with that. And it's also, lets them run wild with the things they want to do, like with all these EVs, or better yet, they keep the combustion engines around, but now they really be able to control your vehicle, so you can't do stuff like this.
Right.
And they'll make it tougher for the high performance cars. Right. To a point where there'll be no more of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this right here, and like you said this on shows before, when we when the automotive community, or not even the automotive community, people in general, when we glorify this it just lets them know even more. Like, all right, this is what they into.
Right.
So now we got to find more ways to stop this.
And not for nothing, that's how they paint us. They paint us all
Exactly.
in the picture that, oh, if you got a black vet, you probably was harassed ridiculously for the past 6 months. And I think that's crazy. At the end of the day, they said they did catch him, and it's not his first time being caught by the law. In May 2023, he was also caught and posted a $20,000 bond because he's like, you know what, I'm not going to stop.
And then again, you got people like this who just who has no problem destroying the automotive culture.
Then you got people like Team No Hezzy. They put up these videos about like, yo, we're gonna be doing this and I don't understand, man.
What kills me though is that people go for the bait though. It's like, why? It's like, why go for it though?
But people listen,
this is entertainment.
A lot of people look at it. See, I look at it like this, and shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. One thing we like to do here, we like to just keep it real. We are not supported by anybody. We are
factory.
It is us.
Factory.
But we do speak the truth. And at the 100%. End of the day, a lot of these guys are doing this for likes. A lot of these guys are doing this for comments, and they doing it for all kind of cred that they think they're gonna get. But at the end of the day, it's like you're really like wowing.
Yeah. That's very accurate. And it's like, what do you gain? What are you hoping to gain? Like you say, you're hoping to gain, likes or whatever. Like, how far does that go?
And then my thing is always, who do you influence?
How about they don't care who they influence?
No. And that's why I think people like this shouldn't be given the time of day.
And that's what I mean. Like, why do it? Like, I feel like personally, if you give this any sort of love and intention, don't get me wrong. If you scrolling past and you so happen to see it, that's one thing. But if you reposting it and you're not trying to spread the word as far as like, yo, this need to cool down or what have you, right? As far as I'm concerned, you're not an enthusiast.
No.
You don't like cars. You don't like anything automotive related. If this is what you find, entertaining or fun or something you feel like you should do. It's crazy to me.
It's crazy. And that's I say at the end of the day, listen, it's all good till you start risking other people's lives.
I mean, even before that though.
Nah. I mean, there's a lot of times we gonna go to Mexico.
Nah,
2, 3 in the morning, ain't nobody else. That's one thing. But when you start risking other people's lives and like, yo, I'm a weave between two cars that are like now you at that point, that's when I back off. All right, enough is enough. You know what I mean? But for those that keep it pushing, it's like I find it interesting, man. It's like why? But it is what it is, man. With that being said, you already know what it is. That was one of our.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
That was one of them. But we got another one, and I think a lot of these things are hilarious. But with that being said, man, you already know what it is. It's the bearded one here.
Let's go.
S.I Shawn is in the building as well. You already know what it is. And you know what that means, man. When we start playing the music, we're going to jump right into our next little segment. Hope you got ready for it. Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right, y'all. We got that Tech Talk coming right up, man. This is very interesting. It looks like Ford is celebrating. The Mustang is turning 60.
Ooh.
And it looks like they're going to be jumping out the window with a special edition with good wheels. Look like that's about it.
I mean, it's gonna have nice little pearly red badges on it. Talking about GT60.
Early.
That's not bad.
Early. S650.
Yeah, and those wheels is pretty sickening too, though.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, you just got to shout Mustang out. Or even for that matter, for like that Blue Cruise thing, I feel like at the end of the day, that's them trying to follow the trends. And this is one of the reasons why it went this far. Shout out to Draco. He said, however, clicks do generate. He's right. Like with stuff like that, it does generate. But
generate what?
People watch it. It said he has
it generates more hate for the automotive community. Absolutely, it does.
Of course.
That's the only thing I think it generates.
But that's
all
why
other stuff is obsolete.
I say, but people do it out of selfishness. They do it out of selfishness, bro. It's crazy. But back to this Mustang. Like I said, you got to give Ford their props for not axing this car.
I gotta say though, they might not have axed it, but they definitely axed the parents.
You think the car is ugly? Shout out to everybody tuned in paying attention. If you think the Ford Mustang S650 is ugly, please drop it in the comments. Because
I don't
know. This guy.
See, when I looked into this when the bid was sent, I'm like, you know what? Let me take a look at this. Let me see what's going on. And I seen the front. I'm like, yo, man. Like, I feel like, I was thinking about this the other day, right? Forgot what I was doing. I'm like, you know what? Automotive manufacturers might have dropped like really pretty looking vehicles in the past.
Yes.
They might have had a decent run.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that run is coming to an end, kid.
Really?
Absolutely. It's a lot of manufacturers out right now with vehicles. I'm looking at them like, yo, what happened? Did my cat with one eye start drawing this?
This guy is wrong.
Like, what's going on?
Shout to Mr. 2J86. He said, Team No Hezzy will do it and get no sponsors, no money, and no cat. They really out here entertaining other guys being aggressively sus.
Damn. He said aggressively sus.
He said they ain't getting no cat neither. Like, God damn. He said, I will say this. Crazy. Like I said, like when you and it's just it's an ignorant thing to be doing out there. I know we talking about something else, and I apologize for jumping back and forth into the context, but I just don't understand why put it on video too. Like you are like everybody I know that has videotaped anything like that has went to jail. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
When you get the guys that do the cannonball runs from NYC to LA, they doing it another 28 hours or 20.
Yeah.
They get bagged. Oh, we see you posted it here, you get bagged. Why are we doing that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to understand. Like I said, I be downstairs a little bit trying to understand this type of thing. Like what is the goal? I get it. You get clicks for what? Whatever. But what is the real goal? Because again, they not doing it to help the community at all. You're influencing young boys or young girls or what have you to do this type of thing,
right?
To risk people's lives, and it's like, come on.
And at the end of the day, that's all you're really doing is that I could do that.
You're influencing something that shouldn't be influenced,
and not for nothing. With the cars that these kids are driving, that's why you see a lot of these Hellcats smacked up all over the place. And these
a lot of these cars be smacked up in the graveyard. They finish. Legends gone.
I tell you what. Well, with that being said, we got another little something we're gonna talk about here. In Tech Talk.
Glad we left that Mustang.
Dodge Complete Performance Package could be the best muscle car warranty ever. Let's get into this because we all know that the Hellcat is walking away. Dodge Complete Performance includes driving program at Radford Racing School in Arizona. Package coverage includes 5,000 plus vehicle components, maintenance services, and up to $7,500 for wheel repair. Qualifications includes having purchased the vehicle within the last 4 months under 5,000 miles, an original factory powertrain warranty. That I don't think I've ever heard a warranty more crazy than that. Other than that, Hyundai bumper to bumper for 100,000 miles, and I know I still don't care. I ain't buying one.
But Dodge is only doing this because they're coming out with that nonsense. What is it? That twin turbo 6 you fond of and that Banshee?
You can't knock them though. Can you knock them for this? Listen, you can't knock. They are pretty much saying if you bought the car in the last 4 months, or if you have under 5,000 miles, your whole car is covered. And not only is your car covered, we are sponsoring you to go to a racetrack in Arizona. Can't beat that.
It just looks like a recover fumble, which is okay, but
I
don't know, kid. It's like I don't know. Like I feel like this is just taking a spin, and it's like, you know what? You got Ford out here trying to give you $1,000 off a Mustang. You got Dodge over here trying to give you this complete warranty package.
Listen, see, he's out here committing wild vehicular treason. You know why?
I don't know. Why? Listen,
because at the end of the day, what's the last thing Toyota gave you? Outside
of the GR Supra, the Corolla, I can keep going. They going crazy.
What's the last? And this is what I'm saying. You can't knock them for trying to compete with that.
Listen, that's fine.
They're trying to compete, and at the end of the day, Dodge knows that they are about to lose almost every customer they had to get a whole nother group of customers. They're not stupid.
They're not stupid. I like that effort, though. I do, but come on, man. Dodge is washed now, kid. First off, people who even have these, is this for like all the Dodge?
All the trims.
All the trims, like the V6, all of that good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, but let's just get into what. Listen,
Okay, let's go.
it says it covers 5,000 critical components in your vehicle with anything from your AC to your transmission, engine, and beyond. What? How many car companies you know is covering? You have to buy.
That sounds like a regular warranty, though.
No.
Yes,
no,
it does.
That's a regular warranty up to what? Up to about 30,000.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
Nah, it's past 30,000.
No, it ain't.
It is.
It's 3 years, 30,000 miles.
I got a warranty on the SI right now to 96,000 miles. 96. They covering everything. Everything. Come on. What's that, brother? Everything.
This guy, man.
Yo, Dodge
Dodge
done dropped the ball, and they like, yo, Ford over here giving out thousands of dollars.
Listen, they're covering the plan. The plan complements your factory warranty with a 6-year, 75,000 mile coverage, but pricing is going to be varied based on your location and the type of vehicle you want covered. So obviously, if you have a super duper Hellcat, or if you have
which you're not even driving, by the way, carry on.
This guy,
you ain't driving that super duper Hellcat. You're not driving the Demon. You're not driving the super stock. What else you got? You barely gonna drive the 3.9. So what? Who gonna be in there? The V6s with the all-wheel drive? Yo, who gonna be in there for that?
This guy, man, he's treason, yo. Treason. He is.
Listen, I'm just calling it what it is right now. It's like, yo, they dropped the ball. They trying to give us this EV. So my next question is: you think this is gonna roll over to the
no
EVs and all that? Why not? That's the new and latest greatest muscle cars.
It's only for this. It's only for that Challenger. He ain't like that.
Listen,
at the end of the day, they out here shout to Aaron. He said, Bushido, that's a 2J in your thumbnail. It's small. I'm struggling to see. That is crazy. I will say this: when it comes down to it, right?
Yeah.
Dodge is. I'm telling you, man. They've amassed the following they've amassed not only because of what they did in the early muscle car era, but for what they did now. This car, the Dodge Charger, Challenger, Hellcat, these Demon, these cars are gonna go down in history, and they're making sure that if you do decide to keep this piece of history, that we can actually help you fix it and actually teach you how to drive it because they're letting you go to the track with it. How many car companies is doing that?
Might be a little too late now, kid. That's all I'm saying.
This guy, man.
Might be a little too late.
With that being said, man,
they should have did that at the gate.
This guy, man.
They knew this was going. They seen the trajectory. They seen what was happening.
Tell me more. Look, tell the people more.
It's bad out here, man. Dodge, listen, man. Listen, they doing that because the Hellcat's going away. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going. This ain't the This ain't one of those when it's gonna come back in a little while type of deals.
I wouldn't be shocked to come back as a full electric. Shout out to Aaron Raw. I'm gonna tell you this: at the end of the day,
all right. So I gotta ask you this then.
Go ahead.
So you're trying to tell me? So you you fancy this crazy warranty package they got? So you're gonna spend $170 on a Hellcat? You got the warranty for life now. Apparently,
you already know.
You good?
If I could spend $170 on a Hellcat, I could probably push all the way to a Ford GT.
Why? But you getting this high performance warranty that covers 5,000 parts.
But what does that warranty mean to me if the car's 170,000?
I
spent 100,
I'm just saying.
If I spent 170, that's a different thing. Shout to Phil. He said Ford and Toyota also sponsor a track day with car purchase. Okay, well I can see that. However, how many performance cars does Ford have?
They only need one, two. That's it. Dodge had to come out with a whole line of cars, and now all of them are gone.
He's holding it,
yo. Listen, look, Ford got the Mustang, each and every last trim, even from the EcoBoost. They got the GT going crazy. They got the Shelby now. You know what I'm saying?
He just jumped. He said, "Yo, you know what? They got the EcoBoost. That's what he started with the 4-cylinder.
You got to start somewhere, right? They got that going crazy right now, jumping out, going wild on the track. They got the Shelby GT 500. What else they got? They got the Dark Horse right now.
Sounds like a bunch of one car. Sounds like a bunch of one car. Sounds like somebody with split personalities out here.
But the wild part is they only need one.
Come on,
And then they got the Ford GT. Come on.
Ford used to send you to driving school when you bought a Focus or Fiesta.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. What do you mean why?
Why?
All right, see, now
Come
he's
on.
committing treason.
So now we talking about Voltron's foot now. We talking, Fiesta.
So you know the Fiesta came in the ST trim, right?
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh,
serious.
Listen, I know. But I tell you what I do know too.
By the way, BMW was offering that too.
Yeah.
Go to the track.
Yeah.
And not for nothing. Not for nothing. Dodge is playing because they've been doing this. They've been offering to for you to go to the track when you cop the new one. They've been doing that.
Yes.
So now they trying to just slide it back in as a new product.
But they added it to your warranty. Come on, bro. Y'all fronting, man. Y'all acting
man.
y'all acting. I've seen
know.
some of the worst warranties in the world with some of these. And you mean to tell me, especially when it comes to a car that we know that once it gets to 75,000 miles, you got problems.
How? It's supposed to be, American built or blah, blah.
Now you playing stupid.
What?
You know that Dodge is no. Listen, if I see a Dodge over 30, 40,000 miles,
now he's playing. Yo, listen. Cadillac should have been in this conversation because they black wings was blowing up. They should have had all this going on.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're 1,000% right. They definitely, but then again, and if they didn't get that on video, I don't think they would have paid for it.
No,
I think the fact that they had got that on video. Shout to Phil. He said, now Pop acting like the Focus or ST wasn't about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Same car. Meanwhile, the child on one of these cars in the street. Stop it, Phil. Stop it. No,
it's a fact.
Dr. Phil.
All the way fact, man. That's the problem, man.
Listen, at the end of the day, we could only sit here and say that to me is actually, to me, one of the better warranties I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's one of the better warranties. You don't see a lot of car companies that make cars like this with a great warranty. There's even when let's think about, like you said, the Mustang, the Ford, and we gonna go, let's say the Ford Mustang GT350R.
Okay.
Right? You think the warranty is like that? Yo, if anything's wrong with your engine or transmission, bring it back, we'll replace it.
Might be. That's something for us to look into now that I think about it.
We're gonna have to look into it because I bet money it ain't.
Listen,
they're gonna be like that. Sir, we're gonna have to charge you. Come on.
You know what it is? Dodge is letting you know. Like after a while, this car gonna be a problem, y'all.
Yeah, but we know that. Listen, if you don't know that by now, son, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you, man.
Listen, Dodge, hang it up.
Come on,
let him hang it up.
With that being said, man,
I'm trying to figure if you're gonna get one for the 170 or the 100, because that's what they seem like they trying to sell more of them.
Yo, he is out here with.
I'm just saying, man.
Treason right now.
No, Dodge.
Shout to Draco. He said, I say Chrysler should come back with a Conquest Hellcat. Nah, that sounds like it's gonna be a build on its own. You're gonna have to build that because they definitely. First off, right? I will say this.
Dodge is going EV, y'all. Let's forget about the hopes and dreams. Let's just forget about it, son. Yo, remember in the earlier shows we had like the top 5 auto manufacturers.
Yes,
we thought was champions. You know what Dodge fell in that list for me now?
Out the list?
Exactly. All the way out the list. Like, it's gone. It's gone.
So who's your top 5 then right now?
Yo, right now, my top 5 right now. I gotta start it off right. Porsche. Gotta start it off right? Secondly,
I don't know. Porsche's go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
Right? No, it's okay. Secondly, right? Aston Martin. Right? Aston Martin's up there. Mm-hmm. Then I got Toyota up there. That's 3. Mm-hmm. Honda, that's 4. 5.
Wow, I didn't even give it to Ford, bro.
5, no, yo, Ford done left the room. It's in somewhere in the lot right now. Number 5, though, I gotta say, BMW. It's there. Yo. It's there.
All right.
It's there.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It's the truth.
I gotta
the truth.
Shout to Mr. 2J. He said, I appreciate Dodge's effort, but they really need to update their security so someone in the shiesty isn't about to steal it within 20 minutes of me owning it. And shout out to Drake. He said SI is pom-pomming for the tree climbers. Hit the sound, Bedouin. Me and Draco must be on the same wave because you was wilding right there. If I gotta say the top 5 brands right now, you ready?
Let's go.
Toyota.
I respect that. Nah, see, my thing is because finally you seeing the light. I get it now. I'm glad you finally thought about it and you realize it. All hail Toyota.
Let's go. SI said, when you say Toyota, do you mean BMW? Because you did name 2.
Listen, I mean the BMW individually
the
and
BM
Toyota.
The BM Yoda.
Sound good to me.
I will say this right now, right? I got to give Toyota their, as far as being one of the top brands, I got to give it to Toyota. They did not buy in. They did not give up their plans as far as when it came to EV. They was the only ones that stood by it. They was the only ones that stood against it. And not for nothing, everybody else was like, Dodge is already left out. Porsche is starting to convert. Ferrari is starting to convert. Okay. Lamborghini is getting rid of a lot of their gas-powered cars. They're talking about they're going to have their first fully charged PHEV, Urus, and all of that. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, these guys, Toyota said, nah, we'll have one. And we started the game with the Prius and the hybrids and all of that, but we still going to give people performance cars. I got to give it to them. You don't get a lot of car companies that do that, and they did it. I got to give it to them. Shout to the Facebook viewer. He said, all I hear is hookah music while SI is speaking. He said, hookah music. That's funny. What? That's jokes. Like I said, look at Toyota, even in the the SUV department, the Tacoma, the Forerunner, they really coming out with some heat. Like I looked at it, I was like, wow, man. Don't get me wrong, they dropped to 6, but
so what about that 4-cylinder Tundra?
It's manual. You not with it? Oh,
I said Tundra ain't manual.
Oh, the 4-cylinder. They got a 4-cylinder Tundra.
Son, they working on the 4-cylinder.
Come on,
one,
bro,
son.
but do they have it though? See, you now
they working on
He's
it.
boofing it, yo. Hold on, because he's fronting. No,
yo, I'm trying to tell you. It's like, listen,
he's boofing. Listen, it, we ain't seen no 4-cylinder Tundra yet. He just talking.
Yo, Toyota, if you ask me, Toyota's the truth right now.
Shout out to the Facebook. You said I just arrived. What we talking about? So it look right now. We talking about the top 5 brands. Now before we did have Dodge, Ford, Ferrari, Porsche, and Toyota in those brands. Honda with an honorable mention. Honda's just recently came out with 3 EVs. I don't know. Right now, listen, if they're doing what Toyota's doing too, they kind of trying to keep their performance cars.
Yeah.
And everybody knows I love the Type R.
But Toyota is interesting. They're
giving everybody what they want.
Nah, they kind of they kind of playing dirty pool a little bit though.
Why?
Because they had to go to 3. They had to put a 3-cylinder. Not that I'm against it.
I'm gonna put the camera on him.
Not that I'm against it.
Here we go.
Not that I'm against it, but they had to lop off another cylinder.
Boy, that is crazy. You cannot.
That's a fact.
Oh my god.
They had the 3-cylinder. Like, yeah, let's go. I don't know, son.
But here's also something I want you to think about.
Okay.
At a time where a lot of these car companies have completely given up on their performance cars. Completely. Even the Forerunner that came out, they're gonna be selling one with the snorkel on the hood. Yo, they like drive it. Drive it. You cannot listen. And I'm talking about from car companies like Dodge who have just said, yo, you know what? We gave up on the V8 altogether. The Ram TRX, the new one, no V8. No more Hellcat. No more Charger. No more, Charger, yes. No Challenger. Come on, man. I just don't get it. At the end of the day, Toyota is the only one that stood strong, and they did not back down. Even from their own investors. Their own investors was like, yo, this guy gotta go. They was like, nah.
I don't know. I think Toyota.
You think the GR Corolla is not worth it?
Listen,
I haven't seen anybody really do anything with those.
I seen one a little bit. I think Jay put some up. I seen one, but I don't know. I'm not thoroughly impressed with it. I'm telling you, I feel like
what?
I'm not. I'm not.
Yo,
hold on,
y'all. Dare it. Do y'all hear that? Okay, because I don't hear that either. Yo, you of all people are not impressed with a manual all-wheel drive hatch.
See, I was until they
3-cylinder big turbo.
I was until they started talking they're gonna make it an auto.
But you can still get a manual
Nah, so
one, though.
here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. It was a point in time, right?
Yes.
Where the manual was strictly for driving. I don't care what you want to do over there.
Oh my
if you want to drive, it only comes manual. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm gonna tell you
that and I'm with that. I was with that. That's when I'm like, yo, hold on, man. Like that's why even right.
Yes.
All Hail is Super when it came back out, right?
Yes.
It came in an auto. I was so against it, like, yo, what y'all doing?
Yes.
Then they try to make it in the manual. That's when I got next to it. But what I'm saying is, it's like, if it's for the true drivers, the true, you really want to experience this car for what it is.
He's
gonna
giving
put an auto. Come on, man. So I'm not impressed. Big turbo. I don't know. I'm good, man. On top of that, the Beluga wheel could take care of that.
Brother,
oh, word? That's
What's
what we
that?
got. So for those that don't know what he's talking about, the Beluga
What's
wheel
that,
is the
brother?
2023 FL5 type.
See what I'm saying, son.
I don't know. I think
I'm more impressed with the Beluga wheel than that.
Damn.
Sorry.
For real?
It only come with the 6-speed. Sold to the man with the breeze in his hair.
This is yo. You know what? All right. All right.
That's
y'all.
it.
What's the something?
That's it.
What's he talking about?
That's it.
Because he's wilding.
Nah, I'm on to something. Go check it out. It's up there on YouTube somewhere. The Beluga wheel, 10
Hey, woof.
doing what it got to do with that Corolla. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Okay. So with that being said,
Yeah,
you telling me
Mhm.
you would rather
Mhm.
the Type R over the GR Corolla? Seriously? You would rather that?
I wish I had more hands.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Wish I had more hands.
We need to know what everybody else thinks. Drop it in the comments.
I wish I had more hands,
He
B.
said he wish he had more hands.
Because think about it. How many people gonna choose the automatic one?
Shout
Everybody.
Shout to Phil. He said in Europe and Australia, they pushing 500 wheel horsepower with that 3-cylinder. And
Yeah, no, they are.
And
They
not for
are.
nothing. I'll tell you this. With me owning the Type R, I love that car. I love it. But I can only imagine what an all-wheel drive Corolla must be like. I can only imagine. And that's why I was so hyped about it when they said they was going to drop it. You know what I mean? But obviously, S.I Shawn over there wanted the 4.
Nah.
He wanted the 4 like the 4-door like Evo. Look.
Exactly. You remember that's what I was talking about. If they that's my other, you're right. That's the other argument. If they made it in the 4-door actual Corolla, it probably would have been better. Because I don't think this hatch look right. I don't think this hatch looks right.
All right, Ronald.
Gotta
relax.
say it. Chill, Ronald. I gotta say it.
Ronald is he's not happy, bro.
That's it, man. The cat's out the bag.
No, he's wilding. Shout to S. I think that's Ace. He said the moon is here. The world is too lazy to only go manual. Only the fans want no autos. The companies need to sell cars.
I get it. It's all about selling. It always been about selling, though. It never had. It wasn't a point in time in automotive history that it wasn't about selling, though.
But
it never was.
So then we got to admit that there's going to be automatic versions of these cars.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to admit that yet. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, now I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, kid.
He said, I don't know if I'm ready to admit that.
I'm just saying, right? That's what I'm. So
he said, I don't know if I'm ready to. I can't
truth,
sleep, man. He is in his feelings, man. I can't believe this guy.
Because they like to trick you and fool you, like, yo, nah, if you really into the driving, come over here, come go get this.
I can't sleep, babe. I can't eat, babe. I can't.
He's wilding,
babe.
Yo, he's out of control.
That's him.
I'm telling you, man. It's like,
shout to my guy Larry McBride. Shout to my man. He tuned in. He said, I like auto because I'm 6'5", and these cars and trucks are smaller size. No leg. Now he got a point there.
I don't know about no point like that. I don't know what that means.
How many? Now I'm gonna keep it a buck here because
I don't know what that means.
When you look at you
What?
like let's say Shaquille O'Neal, a lot of these tall basketball. You know what Shaq had to do to his Ferrari to get it, he had to have it stretched. He had to have the seat stretched. Here's
the thing though.
Uh-huh.
It's not for you. It's not built. You gotta understand the way. Listen, the car's built correctly. They don't got nothing to do with you, fam. Sorry, that's how it is. You think when they building these cars, they like, you know what? We gonna have this wicked V12 in here, but we need somebody that's 9 feet to get.
We're gonna let S.I Shawn just mellow out into his feelings because he's hurt right now.
No, man, it's the truth. Yeah, he's a fool.
He's hurting, y'all.
It's just the truth, man.
He said it's not.
The car's built right.
Shout to Draco. He said that's not SI. That's a reptilian queen from the X-Files.
Yeah, y'all wilding right now. Y'all over the top. It's just the truth, man.
I will say this, however.
Keep it in the beam, man.
I will say this, however.
Yeah.
Shout to Larry. He said, I get it. It's for short people.
That's cool. Where's the car built at? You just said for Shaq. Where's that car built at? Nobody over there 6'9".
Wait a minute. I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this.
Fact.
At the end of the day, that is the one thing. That's like even flying a jet. If you too tall, you can't even get. I'm not even gonna say where you sit at, but you can't even get in.
Listen, it's not built for that though. It's like they're built correctly.
Nah,
no.
They also make like my thing is. I think that a lot of auto companies should have took that challenge. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, one thing about being tall or being different from anybody's size, whether you tall or chunky or whatever, is that you got to be able to merge with that.
No, here's the thing. That's fine. That's fine. But now you throwing off the dimensions of the whole ordeal, though. Like now you changing it up to be something else. I don't know.
Yo, shout to he said, fam, I got the cash for it, but I can't get it because it's only for small folks. I say this. That's like them key cars.
Okay.
Man, I'll probably be sitting in there with just my feet, man. There's no way. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want one anyway. That's like a Mazda Miata. Like, yeah, world is Miata, whatever, how they say. But at the end of the day, no, it ain't for me. But with that being said, we about to move right into our next little segment because I can't front. S.I Shawn, he shocked me. He has shocked me today with how he feels about the top 5 car companies. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right into our
driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. Don't forget, driver's etiquette is for those, if you want to air somebody out. I know our phone lines are down right now, but you could definitely drop it in the comments.
Factory.
I'm going to say on the way here, I don't know if this dude was the prince from Nigeria, whatever it was. Okay, he was driving an Acura RDX. And I mean, this man was camping in the fast lane, son. Oh, yo, it made me so angry.
Yeah.
That I just wish that I had like a buzzsaw in the front of my car. Move. It's ridiculous out here. And they want to slow it down even further. So that's where the driver's etiquette comes in today. At what point will you hang up your driving shoes in NYC? What is the magic term where you're going to go, yo, you know what? I'm not doing it.
Like, you mean like not driving altogether?
Like, at what point is it not feasible? I watched Larry Chen. He did a video in Hong Kong about how some of the things that they experience driving modified vehicles, how they could just be pulled over and have them cars taken away. But yet they still drive it. What is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back for you if they like, yo, you can't do this? What constitutes you saying, that's it, I'm not driving no more?
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess along the lines, if they talk about no more manuals, I guess that's probably my line. Sit. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a being here. I don't, unlike the better one, he do what he got to do over there, but that's just me. I'm sorry.
Listen,
he's the same one. Say if he could go get a manual Hellcat for 170, he might as well go get an automatic dual clutch Lamborghini or something. So I don't know.
I don't know. That's just me. Shout to McBride, Larry McBride. He said another money grab. He ain't lying.
That's a fact.
The speed limit thing is another, and they like we didn't get a whole bunch of them with 25. But if we lower it to 20, we gonna get the people. Yo, they lower it to 20. I'm gonna put a video up. I bet you I could run and get a speeding ticket. And I know I ain't the lightest dude on my feet, but I swear to God, that's how crazy the speed limit is. But I think the thing that would say to me it's time to hang it up is it would have to with modification. Because right now I went to go get my car inspected, the Type R, right? And not for nothing, I took it there and it was like, yo, do you have tent? Do you have exhaust? Do you have a check engine light? I was like, nah. There's like, oh, because if you have any of those things, it's an automatic fail. Wow. It's an automatic fail.
You said something about the license plate too, right? They check license plate.
If your license plate is damaged or bent, they fail you. I said, wait a minute, like this is crazy. Shout to Oompa Loompa engineering. Shout to Seneca. He said, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a train horn on Amazon for the left lane campers. I'm just dragging my feet on it.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild.
I knew a guy that had he had a whole LED truck bar on the top of his car. So whenever he ran into traffic, he would just turn that light bar on, like I was like, yo, that's crazy. Man, shout to the Facebook. He said that's got to be Ace. He said Caroline is calling. See, my thing is, I think at that point, I'm not gonna want to drive it. Like, if I can't have a modified vehicle, if I can't modify my car, then I don't want to drive up here no more. They will get no more money out of me with that. I'm telling you, I will go get myself one. I'll be riding my motorcycle all the time. Then, if that's the case, even in the rain, snow, because at the end of the day, it's like, well, what? Like, think about it. What's the best part of driving as a car guy in your eyes? What's the best part of driving?
Hell, listen. For me, the best part of driving is when I'm driving something I really like, right? With a clutch. I'm just that simple, son.
So my favorite part of driving is the downshift.
So I'm saying, like, that's it for me. Like, I'm good.
And if I can't hear the exhaust when I downshift, you trying to like, and that's why I can't get next to these EVs. I can't, because they're not taking the performance guy seriously. Oh, now we'll put music speakers on there so you could come on, bro.
That is such a disrespect. It's crazy.
It is, but that's what it makes me say to myself. Shout to Larry McBride. He said long trips. Exactly.
Smooth. That's smooth, right there.
Exactly.
Smooth.
If I can't do a long trip in my car because I got to get to an EV charge station, I don't want to do it.
Damn.
And this is what's happening right in front of us. I don't want nothing driving for me. I don't want that. It's very interesting. I always think about that. Like, what is going to be where you say, you know what? Because it's like that's what they want almost.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm breaching that point with New York already. Like, I feel like I'm almost there a little bit though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, because every time you turn around, something new. You can't do this. You can't do that. Yo, you gotta put it in neutral and push it. Damn near. It's like, damn. And that's why I say it's just I just can't. You can't park here. You can't park there. I'm gonna charge you for going down this block. Really?
Let's go. Shout to Jessica Grandy. She's in the building. I gotta say though, at the end of the day, those are the things that move me. When we drove to Canada to go to the Import Fest, the trip alone was great. When we drove to the Dragon's Tail, the trip. But if I gotta do that with an unmodified car, electric, with cameras following me the whole way, I don't want to drive no more. And you see what I said? Because
sounds like a nightmare.
But this is where they're going.
Sounds like a straight up nightmare, kid. That's actually
this is where they're going.
Damn.
This is where they're going. Listen, you can have a car, but we control it. We tell you how fast it goes. We tell you where it goes. And we tell you exactly how much consumption is going to need to get there. Damn. That.
Whoa.
Once I don't have no control over what I'm doing, I don't want to do it no more.
Damn.
And that's what they're reaching for.
I can see you heading in that direction.
Sure.
I can see that. Absolutely. Like clear as day.
Sure. They like, yo, you know, and if they can speed up, they will. And this is what I'm saying. I don't want to participate. Listen. At the end of the day, you're gonna have cars that are automatic and manual. There's nothing we can do about that. Every car will not be manual. But you know what I will not settle for? I will not settle for a car that is pushed by the same amount of electricity that my house uses.
I mean, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not, because you could get
same thing.
You could listen. What? At the end of the day, you got cars that you would love to own that's automatic, and you're gonna have to just admit it.
Look,
I'm sorry.
The choice of words is love to own auto. Nah, not happening.
Okay.
Wouldn't mind? Maybe. It depends. But no.
What car is that, sir?
Well, if I had the choice, and this is what I'm saying, I'd be on the gate though. I'd be on the gate. The Hurricane Performante. I'd be on the gate though, because it's dual clutches, so I'd be on the gate.
This guy, man.
I'd be on the gate. Because I could turn around with that same money. I could go get me a 996 GT2. 6-speed. Only 6-speed. So I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be on the gate.
But there's a car. This is
no,
what
it ain't.
At the end of the
it's
day.
Not a car.
Yeah.
Not for this guy. I know, man. We know, you know how you do, whatever like that. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But not for this dude. It's just not.
He in here fibbing.
It's just not. It's just not.
He is in here telling complete fib. Shout to Draco. He said it will come to me riding dirty. The Chamillionaire music you see me rolling. I say this, like I said, I'm not down with the control.
Yo, we almost there though.
It's a fact.
Almost there. It's like we're threading the line almost.
And the more that you look, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of these older cars are going for such high prices, is because at the end of the day, it is revealing to you that it's here. The control is here.
Yeah.
The control is here. If you haven't been paying attention, they're getting rid of these cars because they like, yo, we can't control it. And that's what it's coming down to. They can't stop the drag racing. They can't. No, we'll stop them by shutting them down.
Damn.
Shout to Mr. 2J. He said, that's how I felt when I tried to buy S2000 and realized my knees smashed up too much on the dashboard. NS Honda telling me that it's meant for short kings. That's crazy. Shout out to Larry McBride. He said, I grew up with family members that had all luxury cars and trucks. And that's all I know. This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, there's so many different facades to car ownership and driving. There are.
I think what's happening here is like they don't, you said it earlier, like they don't care about you driving. They don't care how much you like doing it. They could care less about it.
No.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I feel like I'm almost already there, like with New York. Like, man, you guys are just.
But
every time I turn around, it's a stick up. Like,
but here's the problem: it's gonna go from and this is what I was trying to remind people. It's gonna go from New York, to Jersey, to Maryland, to Virginia,
Delaware,
to North Carolina, South Carolina. Yo, the whole premise of this thing is that when it's said and done, they're gonna have speed cameras everywhere, and every car is gonna be. Think about that. That's where they're going.
See, I can see that, but I feel like everybody's not gonna go for it though.
Listen,
I don't think everybody gonna go for it, but it could. It's a possibility.
We the resistance. We the resistance. Don't forget.
That's a fact.
Share us out, man. Rally Radio here, Gutterball Rally on YouTube. Don't forget, share it, like, subscribe, share wherever you are. Let people know there's two people out here. We are not sponsored by nobody.
Exactly.
Let me put that Supreme down. You know what I'm saying? We are not sponsored by anybody. We are just here kicking the facts. So with that being said, you already know what it is. We're gonna give y'all the rest of the show. You already know. Shout out to Drake. He said, "Oh, Bus High got classic insurance for $247 a year." Wow. Be careful though.
Yeah, man. Don't get that thing tapped at all.
Yeah,
nothing.
I know 247 ain't covering everything. But with that being said, you already know what it is. We're gonna move right on to our next little segment. Our favorite segment of the show. Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Oh man, legends, man. Speaking of legends, like New York is trying to do away with all the legends.
Yes, sir.
That's around. They even trying to take us out. You know what I'm saying? But today, what I got for y'all for the legends of autos. Hope y'all enjoy this one. Right here, it's another racetrack. More specifically, it's a drag strip for all you, quarter mile maniacs out there, half milers out there. This one's for y'all, man. And everybody else who enjoy, going down to 1420 if that's what it's gonna be. But this drag strip in particular it's in Indiana, right? They called it the US 30 drag strip. Abandoned.
Wow.
Another abandoned racetracks, huh?
Wow.
Which was crazy though, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like most tracks do, they fall on hard times, whatever. But this one in particular had, pretty cool things going on at the time, right? This track was one of the drag strips that had the first funny cars to roll down them,
Okay.
which is crazy, right?
Mhm.
Thought that's pretty hot, right? And on top of that, this drag strip, pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
You had legends going down there too, also named Don Schumacher, right? Yeah, he's the beast going down there apparently, right? Setting lap records, NHRA races over there. But that was one of the problems though. The NHRA was cutting into the budgets of the track apparently.
Yes.
So that was another reason why they had to close the doors on it. And on top of that, people started to become uninterested in the drag strip.
Mm-hmm.
So when things like that happens, man, to these legendary tracks, when we stop going and stop supporting, they look for other ways. And that's what happened with this one right here. So for this Legends of Auto, man, US 30 drag strip down in Indiana, we got to go visit it. Because these places cannot go unseen anymore. And that's how I feel about these drag strips or any racetrack for that matter. So, yeah, we got to try to make our way down there. Not for nothing. Let's go.
I love
Legends of Auto.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Oh, man, that was a good one. Definitely a lot of racetracks, a lot of race history.
I'm telling you, son, a bunch of race history, kid.
My thing is, they would love to erase that.
That's what I mean. It's like even raising the tax on a property, these people are running into that.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they raising the property tax.
Yeah.
Then now you got to turn around and charge your people that's coming.
Yeah.
Sure, we enjoy it, but dang, Bill.
Yeah.
So it makes it a whole big situation when it shouldn't be. But like the better one was saying, they doing this to destroy all over the place.
Yes.
So it's gonna bounce from New York. It's gonna bounce all over the place. But we got to figure out what we're gonna do about it because we the resistance.
We all we got.
What we gonna do?
We are all we got. With that being said, we're gonna jump right into our next little segment of the show before we get up out of here. Hope y'all ready for this.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right, just let y'all know there's a 1992 Acura NSX barn find. Comes out of the barn with only 2,000 miles. Still wearing its original tires, which have been recalled. And those tires, might you ask? Yokohamas.
Yo, hold on, you said an NSX?
Acura NSX.
Ooh, wait, what year?
1992.
First generation.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania, Acura fan bought a new black NSX from a local dealership in 91. When the owner brought the car around to the dealership to be serviced, one of the service technicians reportedly decided to take it for a joyride, and under the guise of a test drive, a wreck ensued, causing extensive damage to the car. After battling back and forth with the dealer to get his car fixed, the dealership opted to replace the 1991 model with a white 1992 NSX. When he called his insurance company to add the new car to his policy, the agent mentioned that the NSX was becoming a rare model and that the price would start to increase. The owner opted to cancel the insurance instead of covering it and parking it in a barn, where it had slept comfortably until very recently with only 2,002 miles showing on the odometer. Now up for sale, the NSX is ready for a new caretaker. The owner is moving and liquidating all of his assets and listening to help a family friend to broker the sale of the car. That is crazy. You see what I mean? There are cars and legends out here waiting to be picked
and driven.
I can only imagine what this car is for sitting for that long, from 1992 to 2024, what that must be like. Damn, that is crazy. But I just wanted to, what I really wanted to reiterate there is that at the end of the day, you don't gotta buy brand new.
You don't, even though these things are asking for brand new plus, but
yes,
you don't have to go brand new. Absolutely not.
He said,
absolutely not.
You don't. And it's crazy that the guy that sold him that was his insurance broker told him these cars are starting to be really rare and we're going to have to charge you more. He said no and put it under a cover.
See, but that also like begs the question too. Is the car not worth it?
What do you mean?
It's not worth the drive because he clearly wasn't driving it.
I don't know. I don't know his situation. Maybe he could have been old, could have been missing a leg. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know neither. But
you know what I do know?
what's that?
The exterior is undamaged. The engine hasn't been started in damn near 30 years.
Like 31 years.
30 something years.
I guarantee that thing will fire right up once you change the battery out.
Probably you ain't lying, man.
Starter probably work, everything.
You ain't lying. You got it, yo, and it has tires. It has Yokohama tires on it that have since been recalled. I find that hilarious. But with that being said,
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications,
That's a hot
parts,
mod,
and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
That's a hot mob, B.
I'm telling you, that right there is a hot mod.
So how do you come across these barn finds? These barn finds? Like, how do you you just like, oh, you know what? I see a barn over there.
You
Got
know
a
what?
jewel in it.
My thing is how did it sit that long?
But that's what I was trying to tell you, is that was the car not worth it? He had one already. They destroyed it. Got another one. They told me it was gonna cost you probably gonna cost you another $50, Bill. Nah, I'm good. What?
Damn.
Well, maybe he did the car justice.
Well, I tell you what, we got one more. Y'all already heard about the Corvette owner. We got one more, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Let's go.
It's the understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right. An infamous Dodge Charger Hellcat driver who would film himself recklessly driving and speeding in his Belltown Hellcat has been barred from driving the car. Not any car. He can still drive if he wants to. He just cannot drive his Hellcat anymore. This is crazy. At the end of March, Miles Hudson was pulled over in the Soto neighborhood of Seattle, Washington, when police heard him revving his engine to a deafening degree, according to a police report. Then, just a couple days later, on April 2nd, Hudson was pulled over again, and cops let him know they had seen his Instagram videos and knew he had over 700,000 followers over in Seattle. Now, though, as a condition of his release from jail after hearing on April 9th, the 20-year-old cannot drive the 2023 Charger Hellcat. Jailbreak locals absolutely hate it for at least a year. And like I said, he can still drive any other car. I've never seen nothing like this. I got to say this.
It's auto.
One, it's auto, of course. Two, you just stop him from driving his car and he could drive any other car.
Mm-hmm.
That understeer is not on him.
Yeah.
That understeer is on Seattle. I don't understand how you could say that the man is dangerous, but he could drive a Kia Forte if he want to. I don't understand.
Or better yet, he could go get another one.
Go get
and drive that one.
And get it, and with 700,000 files, he can make it happen. But with that being said, Seattle.
It's the understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Shout to Mr. 2J. He said, I feel like we're being trolled. That's the only thing that can make sense to me at this moment.
Yo, literally though.
Now, with that being said, we have reached our exhaust notes.
Let's go.
We did plan a trip for tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
but however, the weather does not look like it's gonna cooperate. And if there's one thing I hate is when we do these things and the weather is not right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't want to hear, Sean McFarlane's, you know what I'm saying? He talking about clutch was bad, weather wasn't right. So I was ODing. Yeah, he had the audio. I don't feel like going through that this round. You know what I'm saying? So
shout
so
to
good.
SP. He taking wild shots at my man.
Let's go, SP.
He's like, yo, SP, I don't care, son. I can't front. He was worried about that clutch. But however, shout to Dr. Phil, because they put up pictures of that road. They fixing it.
Yeah, they working on something out there.
And it just looks so picture perfect.
Yeah, they working on something out there.
So we definitely gonna set this thing up. I mean, I tell you what, we're gonna post it in the group. We're gonna take a poll in the group. For those that want to take the run, let us know. But I looked at the weather and I was like, the one thing I don't like, I hate, is to do a run in rain. And when we went on that run in the rain, I didn't like it. See, S.I Shawn be talking.
Listen,
mess.
I don't know. Listen, man. I'm just here, man. We here doing Rally Radio, and we're here to bring you the honest truth and nothing but the truth, man. We really hope you appreciate it. But like the beta one said, it ain't for everybody. You know, and it's all good.
It's a fact.
It's all good.
So with that being said, if you in the group, stay tuned. If stay tuned, we'll let you know. I'm just trying to play it with the weather. We're gonna have a rain date if that's the case, so that we could get back to it. Because I'm telling you, I can't wait to get out there on the road. But with that being said, it's been a great show. We appreciate
100%.
everybody for tuning in, for rocking with us. We appreciate my man Larry McBride.
Let's go.
Shout to my guy Seneca.
Let's go.
Shout to Mr. 2J. Shout to Draco. Shout to everybody who tuned in, who rocked with us. Shout to Ace One, he showed up off the moon. Shout to Aaron Raw. Shout to my guy Anthony Green. Shout to Kurt. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. Shout to On the Mark Photography. Shout to everybody who rocked with us today. I know we started late, but we had a lot of things going on, but we appreciate those who tuned in. Shout to my guy Corey Bradford. He was in the building today. Shout to everybody who rocks with us. Don't forget, you can find us Saturdays, 12 noon. You know what to look for. You can find us here, Facebook, Gutter Ball Rally, Instagram, Gutter Ball Rally, YouTube at Gutter Ball Rally. You can find us on my page. You already know what it is. So with that being said, until next week, we are out. We appreciate all of y'all, man. Don't get it twisted, but we appreciate y'all. We out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.